Turning now to pensions, the budget, the 2009 budget, introduced new provisions for the pension regime. And just as a reminder, there are annual limits which an individual can put into their pension fund, provided they've got enough earnings. And the annual limits for 2009-2010 are £245,000, and they go up to £255,000 for 2010-11 onwards. And that limit will apply until 2015-16. Now, from 2011-12, if you earn in excess of £150,000 per annum, then you will begin to lose the high rate tax relief on your pension. And when you get to £180,000 per annum, you'll only get effectively 20% tax relief on your pension contributions. So that was one of the major changes that was announced in the 2009 budget, and that comes in on in 2010-11. Sorry, 11-12. What people would have done, what individuals would have done, had there been no provisions against it, would have put in a lot of money into their pension funds before we get to 2012. And so the Chancellor introduced anti-forestalling measures which apply for 2009, 2010 and next year, 2010, 2011. And just, this is partly recap, but there have been some changes. Anti-forestalling provisions only apply to pension contributions in excess of your normal contribution. So if you have been making monthly pension contributions into your pension fund, and you continue to make those contributions, you don't need to worry about this in these 2 years. If in fact you decide that I've been paying £1,000 a month into my pension, but because of this I will pay an extra £30,000 this year, then you'll be caught, because it's aimed at the excess contributions over what is normal. A normal pension contribution is anything that is paid either quarterly or more frequently. So it applies to people earning £150,000 or more, and it applies to the further contributions. If your total contributions are £20,000 per annum or less, again, you don't need to worry about these provisions. You're excluded from these provisions. There was quite a debate following the budget this year about people who pay regular contributions, but say every 6 months. Or like many entrepreneurs do, they wait till they see their accounts for the year and then decide what pension to put in, what contribution to make to their pension. And so the government did actually take some action on this. And now, if you make your pension contributions either 6 monthly or annually, certainly less often than quarterly, then there is a special relieving provision which can allow you to deduct at high rates up to £30,000 of contributions per annum. And the way this works is this: that you have to take your 2006-07 contributions, add your 2007-2008 contributions, and your 2008-2009 contributions, and then take the average contribution for those 3 years. If that average is less than £20,000, then you can stop there and don't worry about anything else. If it's more than £20,000, then your contribution that you can make in this tax year is the lower of your average, or £30,000. So if your average comes to £35,000, you can make a contribution of £30,000 and you won't get caught by the anti-forestalling provisions. And if it's £28,000 your average, then you can make £28,000. You can't make 30. So that was a relief for people who pay their pension contributions either annually or 6 monthly or similar. In the pre-budget report yesterday, there were some further provisions introduced. And the first one is that under the previous provisions, contributions made by a company to the pension fund on an employee's behalf were not included in this in the calculation of the £150,000 of earnings. And they've changed that to include them. So if an employee earns £140,000 but has £30,000 paid into their pension fund, then they are now caught by the anti-forestalling provisions. However, I think somebody at the Treasury must have worked out that some people, say, earn £120,000 but have £50,000 paid into their pension, probably as a result of getting near a pension age, I would suggest. And so they've introduced this further floor, as they call it. And what you have to do is you have to do two tests. The first one is you add the company contributions to your salary, benefits, etc., to see if you are earning, including those contributions, over £150,000. And if you are potentially caught by these provisions. You then do a second test, and the second test is you deduct the contribution to the company pension scheme from that, and if your earnings are then below £130,000, then you are not caught by the provisions. So somebody earning £129,000 with a £30,000 contribution to pension will not be caught by the provisions. But somebody earning £131,000, just £2,000 more, with a £30,000 pension contribution will be caught by the anti-forestalling provisions. And that £30,000 or the £20,000 limit will apply.